GFE as they move out here. It is going to be Shake on the Lucio, Joe Meister on Symmetra, JKW on Reinhardt, Nicholas, TJO on the Widowmaker, Torque on McCree, and Harblue gonna round things out here on the Roadhog. And Torque and Nicholas, really the Bash brothers of Gale Force Esports.
Yeah, they were very famous for just annihilating people on Tracer during that double orb meta, and then further on in the King of the Hill double Tracer meta. Both very good hit scan players. I believe they have a background from Counter-Strike. I could be wrong, mistaken there, but I think that is correct. Of course, on the offense attacking here, we are going to see Madness on the Reinhardt. Suff is going to be on an offensive Widow. Chasm will be running McCree. Mansu flexing into Zarya. Pharaohs will be on Lucio, and Charles will be running Mercy. I really love in that Roadhog is just firmly back in the meta right now. Not so much a niche pick anymore. He's just like, he's the secondary tank DPS, just an answer to teams' DPS players.
Yeah, and I think Roadhog coming back to the meta really has a lot to do with one hero limit and just the fact that teams are more willing to mix different heroes in their roster. Joe Meister for GFE getting a first pick of the game with a big Symmetra orb, and as a result, that's huge because he's already at 56% ult charge. Cracking a defense as a teleporter is much harder than cracking a defense without.
Yeah, I mean, early on as offense, it's not only your job to like initiate and try to build up, but you have to dodge these fire strikes and Symmetra orbs, so you're not giving them charge.
The offense coming right in. Chasm rolling in here as McCree, going to get taken out by Nicholas, and now Torque with the counter McCree play coming in. There is going to be Res though coming up from the side of Sorry Mike, and in fact, they're getting pretty good positioning on the point here as Suff gets a double kill in the back. So Sorry Mike actually coming in with a lot of power here, catching Gale Force off guard as Nicholas going to go down the Suff.
Suff got very aggressive there, jumped up to the ledge where Nicholas is. Now they have not spotted out this teleporter, so there are reinforcements coming in. No worries,
this is a huge play coming out from the side of Sorry Mike. I did not expect this. They're going to get the payload moving and really broke GFE's defense in a much quicker time than I was expecting.
Yeah, and not only that, but there was a couple staggered deaths there late, so if they want to, and they should be running very far forward, trying to pick people off here, their defense is going to be in a rough spot. They're holding all the way back at the last S. I don't think they're going to be able to contest here at all. Oh, they're coming through on this weird angle. I don't know. They just got, I mean, the manner in which they lost that fight just puts their defense in a really tough spot right now.
Look at all the ultimates that are up right now for the side of Sorry Mike. This is a huge opportunity for them. They're going to be able to drop the sound barrier, move from there, look for the Deadeye. Sound barrier is coming out here as Suff takes out Torque to start out this game. And that's going to Chasm here in the back, going to be laying in the fire on the Harblue. Harblue's going to go down. The defense, though, is going to hang in. A huge res coming out from Shake. We'll see if this is what the defense needs to hang in there. Earthshatter coming down from JKW as they get in, but Chasm able to turn the tides with a triple kill on McCree.
And nice Graviton there to set all that up, too.
Chasm actually going in further will take out Shake with the McLeft click. And this is a lot of momentum now for the side of Sorry Mike. I did not expect this to effectively come out of nowhere. And this is a time that could absolutely upset Gale Force out of this tournament.
Well, here's the thing. They've identified the problem, and the problem is clearly Suff. He has been rocking them this game. So Harblue switched on to Winston after that first fight. He's been trying to deal with it. Hasn't really been able to deal with it. Suff did die once so far, but not to Harblue. Just try to get him there, and they have to find an answer to him because he's rocking him right now.
No, Suff has been playing some very top-level Widow play here. Did not expect this coming in. And we'll see what he does now. He's going in over the top. Does find Harblue in his back. Getting electrocuted by the Tesla cannon. Will go down. As now Nicholas on the Reaper. Getting into the backline with the aid of JKW. The Resurrection will come up for the offense, but the defense still pushing in. Still trying to keep momentum, and that is exactly what's going to happen here. Reinhardt somehow got launched far into the air. He's going to go down, and Gale Force finally going to find their footing and have a good defensive hold.
Yeah, offense is going to be smartly kind of playing back here. They're doing a little bit of poke on Zarya just to get her charged up, get the ultimate charge going, but they're not going to lose anyone here. No staggers, and in fact, Suff is going to pick up Torque as he tries to retreat. And then McCree's down. That's a huge source of damage.
Suff being able to pick off McCree the way he's been doing has been absolutely huge. We do have the Earthshatter coming down for the defenses, not do as much as they want. Defensive sound barrier is up, and I don't know about popping sound barrier there. They're still down to a player on the defense. It's going to make that Russian a lot less effective. And here's a Graviton coming out. Multiple people getting sucked in. That's going to be 3 kills potentially for the side of Sorry Mike as Suff going absolutely crazy over the top, picking off 3.
No one can hide.
And Hex, this could be one of the biggest upsets in Overwatch if Sorry Mike is able to take out GFE here.
Yeah, I mean, sorry Gale Force, they're rolling through him right now.
Yep, Suff right now going to the top Widow spot. It's a good spot for Widow to hang out, trying to deal with the D.Va. There will be a Sound Bearer coming out here through the offense. That's 5 shielded players able to go in much, much harder. They're still not getting the kills they need off of this just yet, as Nicholas now, as the Reaper in the back, trying to do what he can to clean things out. Almost gets knocked into a hole towards the end now. Will be taking out the Reinhardt. This is very back and forth, but Gale Force seems a little bit rattled.
Yeah, I mean, they come up on a D.Va. Part of that might have been to try to stall out, thinking it was about to get pushed in, but also they might be smart to stay on it, to try to deal with Suff. They're running 2 tanks, and they just haven't been able to deal with it yet.
Resurrection can be coming in from Shake, going to bring up the people that were on Suff. That is all they need to take him out. Torque now, in fact, on the defensive D.Va. As Gale Force, they will hang on, they will buy themselves more time, but this is scary if you're a fan of Gale Force, given how quickly Sorry Mike has been able to get through here.
Well, they have stabilized a little bit. They do have a defensive Sound Barrier, defensive Earth Shatter, some tools to work with. What they do have to worry about is, one, Suff is going to have wall hacks up momentarily. Then the Graviton Charge is also there, and an offensive Sound Barrier. So the next fight is going to be huge. It's going to be based on ultimates and see if Suff can get something done before it starts.
Oh, the Graviton is out. There's 4 people sucked in there. They have 2 shields, though, mitigating some of that to start things off. Torque and Nicholas will be getting 2 vital kills. Nicholas, though, going down before he's able to get a Death Blossom off, and that is a huge, huge problem. Torque, though, still alive here for the defense. One of the key defensive players here on the Gale Force side of things. And even with that Graviton, Gale Force will be weathering the storm here, at least for now.
Hardblue comes up, finally does take out Suff, who again has just been the problem, and they're doing everything they can to answer it. Hardblue actually takes out a Primal Rage, takes out the Mercy too. He's cleaning up. Tanks are doing work.
No, tanks definitely are doing work, and Gale Force finally, off the last few fights, will be stabilizing, but there has been some absolutely scary initiations coming in from the side of Sorry Mike, and I gotta say, I did not expect this coming in, and it has been an absolute joy to watch thus far.
Well, defense now with the first advantage of the game, as they do have ultimate advantages set up. Hardblue's in a decent spot. They probably feel very comfortable, but there goes one of the Deadeyes, doesn't get anything done out of it.
Yeah, Deadeye comes down now. The offense moving forward with the speed booster, trying to take an advantage here. And look at Suff, he takes out Lucio. 2 quick kills for the side of Sorry Mike. But JKW putting the team on his back, swinging the hammer, getting 2 kills in return for the defense, moving forward. Resurrection going to very much aid the defense here as they move forward, as Hardblue should be able to clean up the back.
Yeah, that fight was over as soon as Charles died, because he died pretty early on. He had Resurrection fully available, and of course Shake did not die, was able to resurrect his team, and now he's probably going to have Res up again in the next fight, because that's how quickly Resurrection charges, already at 60% after that quick use.
JKW, definitely someone to watch here in the next fight. He does have Earth Shatter at the ready. Madness probably not going to have it up for a little while. And JKW, with the aid of Nicholas here, could have a wombo combo that will completely destroy Sorry Mike. Here they go. The Sound Bearer is down here from the defense. In comes the Earth Shatter, and there's a Death Blossom in the back. Nicholas going to take out Chasm. Not getting as much as he would like, but the counter Graviton coming in off of Resurrection. Not sure it's going to be exactly what they want, though. The offense still 5 members alive. We'll see if they can turn this in their favor. Note that Suff is down, though, and Suff has been the absolute engine for the offense here thus far.
Yeah, 5 members alive, but they're still back. They use ults just to get to this card. That's twice now Hardblue has hung out over top of them, and I guess they don't notice or they're ignoring them, but then just gets to the back line immediately and causes chaos.
All right, we do have a Deadeye here coming out from the defense. Torque going to take out Chasm. And now with no McCree, the offense in a bit of a rough spot here. I don't think they don't even have a res up now to even blow on that. They just need to back up and wait for their team to fully res. As Mansau, though, going very deep in on Zarya and getting more value than he probably should. But even Mansau going to go down in the end.
So Hardblue's been a problem for them yet again. He just went to the back line and got the Mercy, got Suff yet again. No one's back there defending them because their tanks are pushed forward. They've got nothing to defend against it. You might even put in a Reaper here just to deal with all the trouble Hardblue's been causing you. I mean, they were getting carried by Suff and Mercy was boosting them, but we'll see again if he gets to that back line and really just disrupts completely.
Indeed. Well, here we go. Nicholas moving in off the speed boost. A huge Earth Shatter coming in from JKW to set that up. 2 people down here for the offense. Charles will get a resurrection up. He will pay for it with his life. Meanwhile, take a look at Suff here in the back. Suff still alive, looking for pickoffs, but his team very scattered and going to find an angry monkey in the back, not letting him do what he wants to do. And the offense for Sorry Mike, an offense that was once looking nigh unstoppable, really sputtering out here, and they are down to their last push now, Hex.
Yeah, it looked so great, but they lost all their momentum. Now, they do have some nice things to use in this last push. Graviton's one of the best ults in the game, so is Earth Shatter. Can they use it effectively?
Oh, there it is. They do have a big Graviton coming in. The follow-up is there. 4 kills now for Sorry Mike. Beautiful setup there by Mansau.
Yeah,
Nicholas actually the only one remaining. He has Death Blossom, but going Death Blossom in a 1v6, not necessarily the greatest idea.
It's got to be
if Nicholas gets picked off here, this is going to be terrible for him. He's holding on to Death Blossom, not using it just yet. Good patience. Oh no, this is going to work. He's going to get to the back. The patience pays off as Nicholas gets the triple kill in the back to set up his team.
They knew it was coming, right? They had to know that's why he was still around. They knew it was a big possibility. It was the only thing they had to really worry about there.
That was a misplay. They did see the Reaper in the back. Like, they had to have called it out. They were more worried about the people coming in. And you don't watch your back versus Reaper, just terrible things will happen. But Nicholas, really good play coming out of him to keep that winnable.
Yeah, I think for the most part, and they played really well. If they can defend at some point, they're going to be good because their time set on the first 2 is amazing. Let's just watch this. This has got to be at the end.
Now, this is at the end. This is the game-saving play, and for me, it is absolutely the play of the game.
I think, and this just kind of emphasizes it too, because look what he does there against the front line and the back line. The front line and back line from Sorry Mike were so disconnected through that final push. That's why Harblu was able to get so much work done. He hit out a couple times over top, was able to jump down to the back line twice, and then there was no like beefier front line characters there to protect him. Zarya and Reinhardt were doing their own thing. They were very far away from their Mercy, kind of by design, which is what allowed that Widow to do so well. But towards the end, that's what they just didn't have the coordination between the front and back, and they were kind of running 2 different units. Got separated up, got beat out there. So they set an amazing time in the first couple points. So pretty much they're going to have to defend at some point to win this map. But if the opposing team's able to finish it, and all those first great looking fights they had are all for naught.
Yeah, and I mean, it was definitely promising coming out from the side of Sorry Mike. I mean, even if they end up losing this map now, they go that strongly against Gale Force, even though they lost in the end, it was still a very, very good look and shows that they have a lot of potential on that team, particularly Suff. I mean, if you're looking to recruit players right now, Suff would be a very good prospect. You don't see players do that much work on Widow all that often, and he was able to bring it, so if nothing else, a very good match for Suff.
Well, I mean, that's why I always tell everyone who wants to play. I'm like, well, they're like, I want to get on a team. I'm like, well, just play it. They're like, I don't like the people I'm playing with. I'm like, just play. You got to put tape down somewhere. You have to play so people can see if you can play. So not that we're trying to break up teams or things like that, but the nature of esports is that people shift rosters all the time. And Suff was absolutely an all-star that game.
No, definitely. Well, speaking of stuff, taking a look here at the defense as it rolls out for the Sorry Mike side. It is going to be Mansau on the Junkrat, Chasm on McCree, Charles on Mercy, Pharaohs on the Symmetra, Madness on Reinhardt, and Suff on Widowmaker. So a very, very standard defense coming out from the side of Sorry Mike.
Yeah, not the super standard offense, though, if they do stick on this. I'm hoping they do, because I like to see different heroes. But we've seen Hanzo actually kind of re-enter the meta as it were the last couple games, or last couple weeks. So JKW is on the Hanzo right now. Harblu's on offensive Roadhog. Joe Meister also a kind of interesting pick in 76. Shake on Mercy, Nicholas on Widow, and Torque on McCree.
X, I'm getting a little bit of static from your microphone. Hopefully it fixes itself. If not, we might have to reconnect. But the starting gate is open here. GFE offense is about to be on the way. All right, Huck, say something real quick. Hopefully.
Yeah, so yeah, hopefully Comcast Nation
yeah, the
doesn't
static
attack.
is still there. All right, either way, let's not go to the side. We'll fix it in a moment. But the attack now moving forward here for GFG. Nicholas able to take out the Junkrat right away. So Nicholas making his appearance here on Widowmaker, getting a quick early pick. And GFE just being methodical. They're moving in. They're not wasting any time whatsoever. But Nicholas not able to take out Suff just yet. Suff being pretty evasive. Suff still alive, is going to grapple away, so he will live to fight another day. Meanwhile, though, Torque taking out the Reinhardt as GFE moving ever deeper in. There will be a resurrection here from the defense, but they're still not in good shape, and the positioning that GFE has on them is absolutely sublime. But look at Suff. Suff able to get 2 kills, including killing the offensive Widow of Nicholas. So Suff trying to put the team on his back yet again, but he's going to find it very, very difficult here.
Yeah, that's that. Joe Meister's positioning over the top there was uncontested. He just rained down justice as Soldier 76 for about a minute, and no one had an answer for him.
All right, next, I'm going to recalling his Skype. Stand by. Alrighty, Hex, say something.
Something? Is it better?
There's still like some weird static happening. We'll see if the chat complains about it heavily, but if it is, I'll deal with it after. Either way, the game's still going on. Winston getting in deep, going to die, however, to Suff. Suff just really doing whatever he wants right now in the back. Even though Gale Force was able to take that point, Suff has been a consistent block overall.
Yeah, I'm loving the 76 pick. He's done so much work. They haven't had an answer for him, and now Nicholas goes off as Widow.
Yeah, Nicholas absolutely able to go off, getting the double kill here as the offensive Widow. Coming alive in this game in the way that he didn't in the last game. The 2-3... Oh, that is going to be almost a full team wipe for Gale Force. Gale Force setting a very quick time here. I'm not sure if they're getting to the second point quicker than Sorry Mike did, though. It's pretty close. We're going to let both teams play out the map here as they move forward. Deadeye tried to come out there from Chasm, not really connecting, and instead, he is going to get sniped out.
Let's keep it moving.
Yeah, they're calling GG. I'm not certain it is, but if they're going to call it...
They're going to call GG on the defense end. We're not going to stop them. They're just going to move forward. Hex, I think you should reboot, by the way, because something has just gone terribly wrong on your setup connection. I don't know if you kicked a microphone or what, but
Okay,
I would just reboot right here, see if it fixes it.
Call you back in a bit.
Merci.
Yeah, sorry about the stack there, guys. That sort of thing has been known to happen on occasion. Nicholas gonna get a last snipe out here, and I guess, you know, I'll trust the teams in this matter. We didn't take an exact measurement. I thought that, Sorry Mike might have gotten here quickly, but as a result, they did not. Gale Force will move on, but that was quite the scare that they were given to by Sorry Mike, and Sorry Mike, that is going to be a team to watch in the future for sure.
Play of the game.
Yeah, guys, sorry about that coming out on Skype. These things do happen. Also, just could have been a microphone failing mid-cast or something. That thing happens too. Or if there's, you know, storms in there or anything like that. But in general, a very, very strong showing from Gale Force. They were able to sort of redeem themselves from a defense that was really getting pushed around by Sorry Mike. So I do like the outcome for Gale Force, and we'll have to look at the bracket here in just a moment to see if they have fixed things. Personally, I'm expecting to see something along the lines of Gale Force versus Street Hoops. That would be my guess, given how we saw Street Hoops have a very strong performance. And I'll note, by the way, that after that, we'll probably be looking to cover Reunited versus LG, if that does in fact happen. It is likely to happen based on the bracket, but you never know until it actually does happen. Alrighty, so we should be getting Hex back in here in just a moment. Again, apologies for some of the technical issues. These things have been known to happen. But for those who are just tuning in here, let's see, this is the GosuGamers Overwatch Weekly North American Cup. Brought to you, of course, by DX Racer, OW Kings, Matcherino, and Rocket. All great sponsors helping to make these sorts of esports events happen.